What's up, everybody, and welcome back to That Chick Angel TV for another installment of The Bold and the Beautiful. You already know who I am, That Chick Angel, and I'm joined by Kev on stage, also known as Kevin Fredericks, Mrs. Kev on stage, also known as Melissa Fredericks, and my husband, Tank King Heifer. And today, our episode is sponsored by none other than Babbel, BetterHelp, Olive and June, and HelloFresh.
Yeah, back to the top of the year. Hey. 4 sponsors.
Yeah, 4 sponsors. Yeah. That's what we need. Come on, because the taxes, they sent us a bill. They sent us a bill. And we're like, are you sure?
Uncle Sam was like, dang, you had a good year, Kevin Liz. I ain't even seen nothing. I said, we paid you quarterly. You had a great little summer, though. I ain't seen nothing.
They was like, oh, you paid this? Pay it again.
Pay it one more time and then we square.
Said, that's why I'm going on the road this weekend. I got to hand it over to the tax man.
Oh, my goodness. But we'll tell you more about those sponsors, and we'd love for you to check them out. Today, though, we're going to talk about Best Man, the final chapters. But before we jump into that, how was y'all's New Year? Because this is our first time seeing each other in 2023. Eyeballs to eyeballs seeing each other.
I was going to say, when was the last time we seen each other?
At
the party.
When them real carolers came out and sang.
Full Christmas.
Yeah, because they had family in town.
What was that?
That's what I'm saying. 22nd? That's how long it's been.
Yeah, no, I was agreeing.
20th?
20th?
Since the 20th of December.
Damn, almost 2.
This is the, 10th?
Yep. Come on back.
Dang, y'all, been 3 weeks.
And we live around the corner. We ain't
seen Josh.
We were going to roll up on
Josh?
y'all one day. Josh did come by.
They shortened my life a little bit.
Boy.
It was so good.
Josh brought us baked goods.
Oh, and they were delicious.
Him and the love of his life brought us baked. And when I tell you, she was baking somebody.
Jasmine was tearing that kitchen up for us.
I said, now let me tell you what she did. I felt like it was personal. I don't care who she gave it to. She made pumpkin bread.
That was for you specifically.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't get pumpkin bread?
No.
Good.
But
because when I tell y'all.
I'm going to warn up you. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You talk.
I love pumpkin bread. I like banana bread, any of them little loaf type things. Most breads also, except focaccia, I'm not a big fan of. I don't like focaccia.
You're crazy.
So good.
What?
Yes,
I love focaccia.
I don't like focaccia.
I used to have a joke in my set that I don't do no more, that I wish that for communion they made his body. My Jesus deserves focaccia.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
That's good.
Do it in remembrance of me. I'm going to remember you.
Jesus should be brioche. Brioche makes sandwiches
Brioche is
taste
good.
different. Brioche is the best. Sourdough
Texas
is really
toast with the 5 cheeses.
Man,
I don't be doing sourdough.
I'm not a big fan of sourdough or rye, but on the right sandwich, anything other than sourdough feels wrong. Like on Katz.
Oh,
Katz
my
Deli,
gosh.
And then Jack in the Box, the sourdough jack is just amazing.
I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know it even existed until Breach's mom made it for us. She made us
Sweet potato
cheesecake.
Sweet potato pie cheesecake.
I've
It
had
was
that.
delicious.
Oh my!
I'm not the biggest fan of
Actually,
cheesecake.
Breisha made it.
What?
Yeah.
This heifer
Breach's
been holding
Web?
that out this long?
Yeah, Breisha made it. Her mom had to, talk
I
her
don't
through it.
care. She done ate too much of my goddamn food for this be the first time she's ever made something and I ate it.
You tell her that.
Oh, I'm gonna tell her.
You talked to Breisha's Web.
I'm going to tell her.
But then to the break question, Melissa and I didn't do much this year because we went kind of crazy last year and did a trip of a lifetime, and it was everything, and I don't regret it at all. But we was basically gone for the whole Christmas break, so we ended up feeling still tired. So this year, the family decided as a unit, we gonna do a little bit. When I tell you, I have never rested more in my life than these last 3 weeks. I'm talking about I was full seasons of FIFA. I watched movies.
That's
Josh,
awesome.
we went to Vegas with Melissa's dad and his wife. We ate breakfast together and we did the evening thing together. The rest of that day, I was in my drawers watching movies. I was just pressing play. What this is? Amsterdam. All right. I mean, no trailer, no whatever is on at the top.
Kevin was in there standing with his hands on his ribs, looking out the window, just draws.
He said, so you were there.
I'm not even joking.
Not
So
on the
you were
back,
there.
on the backside.
I
not even
was
the
looking
side.
over Vegas. This is not. Also, New Year's in Vegas must do. We was in a hotel and our room was way up, and we was watching The Best Man actually, final chapters, and kind of was just fully forgetting New Year's Eve. Like we knew, but we was into the episode. The fireworks show in Las Vegas.
Is it amazing?
Oh my Lord. Especially like
say they legal out there too.
Vegas is very flat city. So the hotels go crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
But you can see all through the city. It's just like, poof, poof. But the hotels like right across from us, they going crazy from 12 o'clock to 12:08.
Yes.
And literally at 12:08, it was like a ceasefire.
Wow.
I mean, they stopped everyone. All as far as you could see, stopped at 12:08.
That's mafia shit right there.
Bruh, I was like, y'all got the people in homes to listen? Because usually, people in houses be like,
The further out, no, it was just on the strip area.
yeah. I was exaggerating a little bit. But,
the rest is desert.
yeah. But it was super dope. We underestimated they shut the strip down for New Year's Eve. And we underestimated how serious they were about it. And the Uber guy was like, y'all kind of got to get out here because I'm not finna just be waiting forever for y'all. So we had to walk. But it was great. We saw some shows. We did a murder mystery.
That sounds fun.
So fun.
Yeah,
Oh, Josh won one.
I won Best Actor.
He won.
saw
I said,
that. Did
I
you
said, I'm
do,
not surprised.
there's been a murder in
I
Savannah.
wanted to, but I was one of the suspects. So I couldn't.
How was New Year's for you, from your perspective?
It was great. We the best part about all of it, and actually starts with the Christmas party, is my dad. I've said this on the post and yesterday on the podcast, but it's still me, so you're gonna hear it 3 times.
I know the feeling.
Yes, my dad and his wife, they just had like a ball. Like they really just had a ball. Just being able to show them. They called me twice yesterday. My dad was like crying because he was just like so like appreciative of like, I'm hungry, sorry. Just so appreciative of like everything that we were like able to do for them, and just like the love and even the fact for him, he was like, I was watching your post, that made me cry, and I was watching the podcast, and that made me cry.
Aww.
So I think for him, it was like, I was telling Joshua this morning, like it was just a very like full circle moment. For him. He's like, you don't know, like my grandmother, his mom was a single mom, staying in the ghetto, and my grandmother raised my dad as a single mom. So he's like, I didn't really have a lot of opportunity. So I'm thinking I want to, join the military, help my family get out the hood, get out the ghetto, and to be able to do that. And then that becomes the seed that allows you to be where you are, and then you be able to he was drunk, so it didn't come out exactly as coherent
Listen,
as I'm saying.
It's
but-
still drunk heart
He never
speaks
meant
a
it
sober
more in that
mind.
moment.
Oh, Tank. Genuine. He was on the phone with Melissa for 40 minutes.
Legitimately.
The conversation was 6 minutes repeated.
Oh, he want to make sure you knew for sure.
But let me tell you what though, when people are that appreciative, you want to do even more.
Yeah.
Because we stayed at the Vidara, right, and we got them a nice room. They called us as soon as they. Liz, y'all got us an apartment.
Oh,
Got a
Whole
store.
apartment.
It got a
Mini bar.
a washer and dryer, had a mini bar, and a full refrigerator. Your dad was in the tub. He was like, we was in them robes.
They was in
the
the
robes. And honestly, I think because Melissa and I have lived a little bit nicer for the last 5 or so years, it's not that we don't appreciate it, but you kind of come accustomed to it. Melissa, we put them in a basic hotel because they want to be next to us here. Her dad is happy in the Holiday Inn as he is there.
Sure enough.
But then when he got there,
You
he
know how to
was like,
appreciate some
"Woo,
things when you've
bruh."
been through some things.
But actually, that's a point that you mentioned that I like. It's like both of our dads, your dad and my dad, the military was their first chance to be like, all right, we ain't go, because their dads and moms before us did the best they could. But your dad, for sure, getting y'all out of Toledo and my dad getting us out of El Paso, when it's time to repay them, it's like, we couldn't have did this. Because Melissa's dad kept saying it was so sweet. He's like, I'm trying to reciprocate, or is that the right word? Reciprocate?
I think so.
I'm trying to reciprocate this.
Yeah.
And we were like, no, this is us.
right.
You did your part.
Right.
This
Yeah.
is us showing appreciation to you. You don't need to do something else again because your sacrifice really is the
first
reason
steward.
it's the reason we were able to go to college, the reason we had a peaceful home, all those type of things. So it just feels so good. My dad is the same way, but Melissa's dad is very expressive.
Yeah.
And you be like, yes, I want y'all to stay again.
Right.
I'm gonna put y'all at the top. I'm gonna go crazy the next time.
I'm gonna blow your
now
mind.
we gotta top it.
Yeah, you gonna have a full.
People gonna carry you to your death. We was in
conniption.
cars last time. People gonna carry you on them chairs that the Egyptian pharaohs was in.
We got to have a little bit of that same feeling.
Yeah.
We just came back from the Bahamas, and that was one of the gifts to the boys. And we decided collectively we wanted to gift our mothers a trip to the Bahamas as well, because his mom had never been. My mom actually, she'd been on a cruise but didn't get off the boat at the Bahamas. So
They went with y'all too, the moms?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know.
And
Nobody told me nothing.
they had a blast. We made sure we were at a hotel that had a casino, because we know if there's no casino, there's nothing for them to do. And I had told Marcus's mom, because she was like, I had a good time, and she was she said, I had a good time. I said, well, yeah, stick with me. You going places? She was like, I am. She said, where's the next trip? And I want to take them to a place where they don't speak English, but first they're gonna have to get Babbel, because one of the most exciting things about the new year is that you have no idea what adventures are in store for you, from new travel experiences to new jobs or picking up new skills. There's no better way to prepare for 2023 than learning a new language with Babbel. Babbel is a learning language app that sold more than 10 million subscriptions. Thanks to Babbel's addictively fun and easy bite-sized language lessons, you can feel confident no matter where the new year takes you. We really do love Babbel, and it does make learning a new language so easy because it's so short. But I really do think I want to give our mothers Babbel in order for them to go on the next trip with us, because to hear those two country ladies talk to the people.
Donde está las baño?
That would be great.
Wouldn't that be great?
That would be enough video
one
for me.
uses words wrong and the other one can't say them very well.
So it would be amazing, because they would take it very seriously. I know he heard what I said because I learned it on Babbel. With Babbel, you only need 10 minutes to complete a lesson, so you can start having real life conversations in a new language in as little as 3 weeks. Other language learning apps use AI for their lesson plans, but Babbel's lessons were created by over 150 language experts and voiced by real native speakers and not computers. The teaching method has been scientifically proven to be effective, and with Babbel, you can choose from 14 different languages. Plus, Babbel's speech recognition technology helps you to improve your pronunciation and accent. There are so many ways to learn with Babbel. In addition to lessons, you can access podcast, games, video stories, and even live classes. Plus, it comes with a 20-day money-back guarantee. Start your new language learning journey today with Babbel. Right now, get up to 55% off your subscription when you go to babbel.com/TBTB. That's babbel.com/TBTB. For up to 55% off your subscription. Babbel, language for life. So yeah, Babbel's a good way if you're not able to take your parents somewhere amazing, if they're still here with you, get them Babbel and let them go somewhere with their language. Yes. So yeah, we definitely had, I feel like, a relaxing break. We had the party, which was something that I really wanted to do, and
You put on a great
It was
party.
fantastic.
Thank you. I
That was like the
appreciate
Christmas
it.
party from the movies.
That's what it felt like. It did. I was like, wow, this is going well.
I mean, y'all had, first of all, it was LA, so the taco bar is a must.
Yes, absolutely.
Tacos were outstanding,
Yeah, they
and I
were
was
fire.
starving, and them tacos were just.
They was slapping.
Dad was like,
smacking.
Did y'all get some of the?
Yeah,
Pop?
my main goal was like, y'all gonna get gone off of this cider.
Yeah, that's him. He was
boy.
all about the cider.
Man, cider. I was like, we was running low. I said, you know what? Let me run to the store.
And the men
And
went.
3 other niggas was like, let me jump in the truck with you.
Man, that cider had me hot.
Oh yeah, they'll make
Oh,
it
yeah,
sweat.
Open the window.
Boy, I
hot in there.
was like, woo. We wish the mattress. I mean, y'all had every cookie, cake, cupcake, all kind of just deliciousness. It was Home Alone was on the TV.
That's what it felt
Real
like,
life
Home Alone.
carolers came, and we was
That-
black
I
audience
forgot.
for them.
Oh, Marcus hated it. He was like,
You
if
hated
you
it?
no.
Ruined it for me.
He was like, if y'all
You
don't.
and you.
Marcus.
Y'all don't know how to shut the fuck up, let people perform.
I
yeah.
want to perform too.
Then shut up. You want to perform. You do it every
You lucky
week.
I didn't go stand next to
I'm
them.
surprised
Right.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
I was out there all of 45
Marcus was mad.
seconds.
He
I
was
said,
like,
nah.
I can't do it. I was like, and a happy day.
I went in there and sat there and finished watching Home Alone.
He was so mad. I was like,
They
you
were
will
done.
not
They
steal
were
my
like,
joy.
Man, y'all, man.
When they were done, they were like, we ain't never had
Oh,
an
they
audience
had
this
such a good
vibrant and
time.
Very colorful.
They was
vibe.
Y'all could
Y'all
have did
wanted
that
to do some-
between the songs. All right, yeah, get the
Nah.
other one. And then shut the fuck up, let him
Nah,
sing.
we ain't gonna do it.
On the end had pipes. I'm like, I'm trying to hear her.
She did.
Down to, that's right, girl.
But that's
you
why-
better do it, girl. Sing that shit. Jesus is the way. I'm like, shut the hell up.
That
It was
you,
great.
though, Marcus.
That was just, yeah. Oh, trust him, Melissa
No, and
was
I
a
was
part of
standing
it.
beside her, and it was just as
I'm
bad.
just saying that was a little bit of me.
It
I
was
love
all of
a good
us.
call and response.
Come on.
This is the way.
Yes.
And
As soon as he said
she
And
sang
then
harder.
Siobhan sitting there twerking and shit.
Oh,
like,
Siobhan is
damn.
gonna give it all.
It was
I mean, that
fantastic.
was
she's
I
great
never
fun.
wanted a bomb
She
to drop
is
on our front yard so bad at that time.
But listen, the carolers started singing harder when she started to
They
give.
did.
She was like, "All I want for Christmas." She was like, "If y'all
Marcus,
gonna
you
do
ain't in
this."
the Yuletide feelings, man. You
Oh,
gotta be
he
in the
wanted us- he
Yuletide.
wanted
You
us to
can't
calm down.
That's by humbug energy, Marcus.
it ain't by humbug. I was trying to hear him sing.
You Scrooge
I wanted to
McTank.
enjoy it.
He was like, "Not with y'all's voices." But that was
Shut
a
the
great
hell up.
way to start off, seeing people having fun, even like the teenagers, the ones near little Marcus's age. I was like, "Did y'all have a good time?" He was like, "Yeah, no, this is when I know the party was hitting, when JoJo didn't leave with y'all."
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Joe
man.
I was like,
JoJo stuck around. I was like,
Werewolf. That's his
We
game.
were tired. Joe was like, the game is, can somebody
Werewolf
take me
is
home?
going.
Joe
That
loves
boy.
All
werewolf.
he had to do would be like, "Ms. Mars, you take." Yeah, absolutely.
I was like,
Keep going.
"Is you okay? You stay
Joe
here with
loves
us?"
werewolf.
We
That's
was
his
like,
game.
because we listen, Melissa, dad, and his wife was on East Coast time.
No, they were tired.
So around 8 o'clock,
yeah.
they was like, "Amen,
Go to bed.
amen."
Get that nigga, who, yeah.
Multiple times, your dad's wife was like, "This is just, we're having a great time."
They haven't
We're
stopped
having, they
talking
were,
about
and your dad was like, "Mm-hmm,
They have
yeah,
not stopped
yeah."
talking about it.
Yeah.
It was, and that was great. Then this is the most people we've ever had in town for the holidays. My sister Daisy brought her entire family, so it gave Christmas a different feel just to have family there. So that was nice. And of course, Marcus's mom was there. We did the Christmas Eve brunch. We had Chef Mel come and cook a big brunch for the family, which was like kind of another gift to our family. And then we finally got a chance to like. We still had to. We shot our podcast. We didn't take off, so we
I
shot.
see y'all be working. Y'all was back in here last week.
Yeah, listen.
Because then white folks said they need their money.
Listen, I was like, well, where the ads at? Hello Fresh. Okay, we'll do another. Give me 6 of them. But the trip, I feel like, to the Bahamas was just like the perfect like period at the end of the holiday season. The weather was trash here, so we got to leave it.
It was.
Listen,
That's-
LA,
we needed it.
Somebody said Los Angeles and Nicole, California.
Yes, it was. I mean, it's still terrible, but I heard it was even worse last week.
Oh man, it was raining stupid.
Yeah, so we
And
was.
this come from people who lived in rainy places
Seattle.
No,
for
it
13
rained,
years.
It rained yesterday and last night. That was like East Coast down South rain.
No, it was.
It was
been raining for real.
pouring.
And it was going hard and long for
Monty-
a long time.
Monty
yes,
what?
You got it, Kev. Say
Monty
it.
was peeing like he was like, all right, I'm going in. I peed a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
He usually walks around, stares out in the sunset.
That was Lottie.
Yeah,
I went
she
to her house.
stopped
She
at.
stopped at the door.
She put her
I was
heels down like,
"Oh." She walked out there. She was out there about 4 seconds. Said, "All right, I'm back. I'm done."
Cold and wet is the worst.
It is.
Cold and wet is the worst.
Being out in the cold and wet is the worst.
But being in,
man, it's
perfect.
The best.
Yesterday when I
love
came
it.
home unpacking all that Tabitha stuff I bought, I said, if I didn't have no place to go, this would be great. I said, if this was the weekend and we had no place, I would be like,
You gonna
oh,
get
let's
it this
watch.
weekend.
Watch. I'm going to be curled right up,
gonna
making
rain
you hot,
again.
sitting up underneath you.
No,
Because
you
it's going to
ain't.
be, yes,
the
I
rain is a
am.
very peaceful sound.
When
you can be inside.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna curl up.
I
You gonna
am.
be working.
I
She ain't
know.
gonna be working, Marcus.
But I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try to sit right up
You
underneath
ain't.
you. I
You got all
am.
the clothes to put up.
But we played with dolphins. That's what I was going to
We
say.
did.
That.
Oh, nice.
These dolphins.
I
I
don't
want
like
a dolphin. Sell everything.
Their
Give
skin
me
is
an
hard,
aquarium.
ain't it?
No, I thought it was soft.
It's,
No,
it's
slick.
slimy.
It's
Yes,
slick.
slick.
Yeah.
It's slick.
It's slick, but I mean,
They're like water dogs.
that's what I.
That's what he
exactly
called
what I
them.
said.
Large water dogs.
They
I
are
said,
like-
this is 4 Supremes. We in this.
This is a
food with.
humongous Labrador
And it
Retriever.
feels powerful.
Yeah. Oh
Oh,
no, they.
yeah.
I see how they can kill sharks.
Man.
I'm 270. That dolphin moved me like it was a beach ball.
I'm gonna bring a scale in here.
Marcus, I just had life insurance. I am 270.
You look the same as when you was 250.
I carry it well, but it's
So
heavy.
do I.
I listen. I'd be like, I told
Watch,
Melissa
next
this-
week, Kev gonna be 285.
I told Melissa this. I remember when I was in college, and the scale was creeping up towards 200. I said, okay, look, after 200, I cannot go 210. 207, 08 came, okay, 215. 215, and that's it. 225 came, no, under no circumstances can I go to 230. I gotta stop. 250, and I felt like I'm doing an auction.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, no, 300. I have to be.
And Melissa be smiling at you the whole time. Okay.
That's mine.
All right. There's just more of you to love. Look at the way she's still smiling at you like,
Now, Melissa, bless her heart, I love my wife. That woman's within 5 pounds of her weight when I met
her birth weight. What are you talking about? Melissa's like, I will not.
But listen, I'm about to start working out on February 1st.
I believe you.
Don't at me.
She said, I will be. Listen, I am over 200. And I'm like, well, we're here.
Listen, some days I just look in the mirror and be like, well, I'm finna eat though.
I'm gonna eat.
They make 2X.
What I ain't about to do is not eat.
Yeah, come on.
Make 2X, Tank. 2X be in the stove.
2X?
Yeah.
I be 2X'd out.
Yeah.
Now every 2X ain't all 2X. I done learned that.
You might need a 3 every now and
So
then.
you know, or 4. Barely Louis Vuitton.
Them European sizes though.
Whoa, you want to get your heart broken. Put on a 2X from Europe.
Yeah.
Be like, the shirt be like, you fat American fat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 2X is a medium.
It
It
is.
really is though.
Yeah, I
In the
know.
Louis Vuitton store, he said their mediums were extra large. American, the equivalent of a medium is an extra large.
I know this from a fitting I did for a show that I was on that I will not talk about. They did a whole fitting with me with European clothes. And I said, look at my very African body. And why would you do this?
Of slave trading, all right? I am larger than these little ass Europeans.
I was like, why would you do this? I don't even look like I look good in European
create
brand.
a master race bigger than us.
Right,
All
no.
this breeding they did.
I was so mad. But back to the pool dogs, the ocean puppies, the dolphins were me and Marcus we might as well have been 6 years old, as excited as we were about these goddamn dolphins. The kids were too, but I bumped them. We were so excited. Amar fed stingrays and little turtles, and he got so into it. Even though his face looked like he hated everyone, he enjoyed every bit of it. And just getting to experience all of that was just like, it was the icing on the cake. And for us to be able to take our mothers was like same.
Moms with the dolphins too?
No, we didn't know. We had them take Amar.
Okay.
Well, I was like, he won't remember touching these dolphins, so I'm not paying for him to touch it. Yeah.
The video ain't enough. I need you to remember it personally.
Absolutely. You gonna feed these turtles for $50 and get the hell up out of here. That's what you gonna
Did
do.
the dolphins like take y'all?
No, we didn't do. Well, we would have died. So the dolphins, we can, but we would have died.
Oh, okay.
Something would have malfunctioned in my brain, and I've been like, I am a dolphin too. Have died. They swam.
They look like they're smiling.
Yes, we have pictures, and it like it's coming up out the water, and it.
No, she looked back at it when she took a picture with it.
The dolphin?
Yes.
You threw a little something?
One of them rapped for us. Yes, it was.
I'm the queen of the city, girl.
It was so
What's that dolphin
good.
sound they make?
Once it was like. We were like, it was rapping.
Was it really?
She said
Yes.
she likes to rap.
It was a city dolphin.
Yes,
It was a city squirrel.
a city dwarfin. Yeah. How was the break for you? And then we're gonna jump into the.
It was a good time. It was preparing for the break because it's the first real Christmas and New Year vacation we've had in the past 3 years.
the panty?
Yeah, because I had COVID in 2020.
You sure did.
She had it in 2021 on Christmas.
Yep. And that was
Both
2 years
of
in a
us.
row y'all had.
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, that's
So
why
this
there was
one
carolers.
I was like, all right, I can't get sick. I can't get hurt. It's like everybody just don't move. Just stay where you at.
Sit still.
So on the 20th, that was like almost like crossing the finish line. Like, oh, we made it. That's why caramel macchiato with dash of nutmeg made his appearance.
Yes,
Marcus
he did.
answered the door in an ascot.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, you damn right. I did.
Bought slippers.
Caramel
Yeah,
macchiato.
my black and gold, my black and 24K slippers.
Yes.
So yeah, the party was it was definitely epic. It was all Angel. She was like, "So what you want for girl? I don't care. I don't care. Just as long as sight is there. It's all
That's
good."
all he cared about.
So that was a good time. Having everybody over, especially having Mama here. That was really the icing on the cake for me, having her in town. And probably I don't know, next year might get my brother out. Sister, she probably won't come. She's stupid.
Okay. Well, that's lovely. That's lovely.
So yeah, that was definitely a good time, and just going through the holidays. But then the vacation, that was just a whole nother thing altogether. Like she said, having the moms there, swimming with these dolphins. Just the whole resort in itself. Like, the only thing I didn't like was like the water was cold. Like, you had to shock your body to get used to it every time.
Because it's their winter.
Day. Yeah, because it's winter. So it's like, what you gonna complain about? It's still warm. But being on the trip, and it's like too many things to highlight. First of all, I'm sad for you that you can't take credit for the room for anniversary.
I know. Our room was great.
Never stayed in.
The view was stupid.
View was absolutely ridiculous.
Because it wasn't an anniversary trip.
But
don't worry, I'm gonna kill him.
Count towards y'all
our competition. No, but I'm a murder him. It's all right.
I'm already playing for next year, so you still lost. But we had from our room, you could literally see the entire resort. We could see the dolphins all the way. It was like looking at an aerial map. We could see the dolphins all the way over there. All the lazy river thing,
the whole water park,
every single pool over here. You could see the beach. Well, the beach,
the entire Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah,
that way.
The Ocean was looking at us like, "I'll still kill out y'all."
The weather was great.
Fire. It was warm.
It wasn't hot.
Breezy.
It was warm.
Hot.
You could walk around in a swimsuit and be fine, or you could walk around in like thin pants and be okay.
Y'all have conch fritters?
Yeah,
we did have fritters.
Conch fritters just for you, but I didn't send them to you.
Y'all got to be better when y'all on trips.
Okay, we're gonna do better.
We need to live vicariously through y'all. Y'all be like, well, we going into darkness.
We do.
We gone. We back.
I'm on vacation. I
don't care. Nothing. Send it to me, Kevin.
Me and Marcus filmed 2 couples challenges that literally have me in tears when I watch them. That I can't wait to release. That was great because our room was big enough, and I was like, let's film these challenges because I got him to agree to do 2 challenges with me every month this year. I know.
Y'all haven't been on that pace?
No.
Y'all done the videos, not necessarily challenges.
Yeah, we just do random videos, but like actual couple physical challenges, he be hating to do it, and he finally.
What made you change your mind?
He realized that it was. Why not? And it brings me so much joy.
It's a good business plan.
And it brings me joy. He was like, I don't know why it makes you so happy. I was like, it does.
It do make you happy.
Let me tell you,
y'all be so far from completing it, but
let me tell you how I almost died and ruined the dolphin filters in the pool.
What happened?
So we did this trick that was like, put your
fingers in the water
like a gun and goes, what was this?
Skirt.
So we did that. The lady, first you get to train dolphins. You literally like just living your best life for the rest of your life. She was like, let's play cops and robbers. And I'm like, I ain't going to be either with this thing in the water. Because like, them things is powerful. First of all, it looked like they're skipping frames.
They do.
Like
the way they swim, how fast they move.
Yes.
I was like, there's more than one that you're showing us right now. Because it would go out and do a massive flip. And before the tail was in the water, the head was popping up next to us. I'm like, no.
That can't be the same thing that was over there.
Dolphin. It can't be. Y'all messed up.
Right.
You showed your hand just now. But real quick, we went skirt. So the dolphin like rolls over like she died.
Like a dead fish in the water.
So like that was
killed
it. Like we killed it. So then the second time around, she's like skirt. So then she just lay there. She was like, somebody's got to give a CPR because I said I wasn't doing either. She said I was going to be the medic. So I walk over and I press on the dolphin and it shakes.
Yeah, it doesn't like it's been jolted like the defibrillator.
I thought I pissed this dolphin off. I said, okay. You know how you like in a movie, like somebody gets sliced with a samurai sword and they don't know they bite. I was like, she just killed me. I know I'm dead. Because as violent as the dolphin's body shook, I was like, oh. I was like, ah. She was like, do it again. I was like, oh, that was part of it. A little bit of pee trickled out.
Just a drop of the 3?
Yeah. But it was, them dolphins. I want a dolphin.
Yeah, we're going to sell our house, get a shack, and and so we can put the money in a.
Huh?
Don't Lil Duval own a house in the Bahamas?
Yes. It's the Bahamas.
Yeah, he be over there a lot. That's where he got hurt, wasn't
it? It surely was. But he going back on tour, praise God.
He would.
And this episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. When you are at your best, you can do things great. But sometimes life gets bogged down and you really feel overwhelmed, like you're not showing up in the way that you want to. Working with a therapist can help you get closer to the best version of you because when you feel empowered, you're more prepared to take on everything life throws at you. I can truly attest to this. There was a time in 2022 where even though I felt like great things were happening, I did not feel like I was showing up the way I wanted to show up to certain opportunities, which was making me very upset. I remember there was one time I missed 2 appointments in 1 week and you could have sold me for a quarter. I felt so terrible. And I was like, why am I not showing up the way I want to? And after talking with my therapist, she helped me find tools so that I could achieve the things that I wanted to do as the version of myself I wanted to be. I'm a woman who's very intentional and like to be someone who, when they give their word is a fact versus we don't know if Angel's actually going to show up and do what she's supposed to do. So I, by working with her, I was able to feel better about myself and show up the way I really wanted to. If you're thinking about giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. One, it's affordable because therapy can seem like a luxury that's only afforded to those who have a lot of disposable income. BetterHelp brings it so that it's accessible to you. It's also flexible and convenient. If you have a busy life like we do, you have children, a lot of times your schedule is not something where you can just put in the time to go see an in-person therapist. With BetterHelp, you can have a therapy session in your car if necessary, in your garage, wherever.
We did that last night, by the way, Melissa and I.
And that's beautiful.
Session
That's
in
why
our
I had
car.
a headache.
There you go.
In our garage.
Wasn't running, was it?
It was, but the thing was open.
It's entirely online, which is great. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. Switch therapists at any time for no charge. If you want to live a more powerful and empowered life, therapy can help you get there. Visit BetterHelp.com/TBTB
TBTB.
today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/TBTB.
TBTB.
So when you're
That is
feeling
Nicole.
good about your inside, you can then focus on feeling good about your outside. I know I feel like I'm so cute when my nails are done. Okay. Like if my nails are not done, I feel like my outfit is not fully put together. I feel like I just gave up. I don't even have to have makeup on. If my nails are done, if I have a great manicure, I feel so good. But the problem is having to go to the salon, having to fit that time in, seeing if they can get me in, seeing if my nail tech is available can be such a hassle, and I don't have time for that. Well, you can start your manicure routine with Olive & June. Everything you need for a salon quality manicure in one box. You can customize it with your choice of 6 polishes. The polish does not chip and lasts 7 days or more, and it breaks down to just about $2 a manicure. Now, what's so great about it is that I don't know if you all have ever tried to do your own manicure or paint your nails and you're like, this is not my ministry.
Especially on one hand, if you're stronger on one hand than the other.
Right. Like, because I'm not ambidextrous. No. And so it's like, okay, an adult painted this hand and then a child who was asleep painted the other hand. Well, what's great about Olive & June and their Mani system is that they make it so that you can actually have salon quality nails when you do theirs. Both hands, not just one. You don't have to just be like, you can only look at my left hand because my right hand looks like... And I'm telling you, you show your friends and your family, and they are going to be like, no, those were professionally done. You be like, this is Olive & June. I did it at home. They also have press-ons, which are a huge trend right now. A lot of people are switching to press-ons because you get the versatility of press-ons. You can switch them out every 2 weeks. They look real. Olive & June's press-ons, they look very real. They last a really long time. They have a lot of sizes, so you can find the perfect fit for your nails. They're not as damaging as if you're getting acrylics or Gel X or something like that. You can get it done in 10 minutes or less. And right now they are Allure's best of beauty winners. And then the nail polish they have a quick dry, and it dries in about a minute and lasts for 5 days, and full coverage in 1 to 2 coats. So visit oliveandjune.com/bald for 20% off your first Mani system. That's oliveandjune.com/BALD for 20% off your first Mani system. All right, let's jump into the best man, the final chapters. Okay, so if you haven't been under a rock, you would have already probably seen the Best Man, the actual first movie, The Best Man Holiday, and now they did a series on Peacock. It was 8 episodes, and it brought all of our favorite characters except for Mia, who passed away. Well, she kind of had a couple of appearances, cameos. Mia, whose character passed away from cancer, and Best Man Holiday. Oh, she's aged in real life. That's why she's lived a stressful real life.
in Players Club, right? I'm here to dance. That's it.
I don't remember Players Club characters that well, but probably so.
I think she's from that meme,
Just
that
Diamond.
one where it's like, huh?
He can only remember Diamond, Lisa Ray.
You don't remember Ronnie?
So
Bill? Jamie Foxx?
was
Yeah, he
Jamie
was in it.
Foxx in there?
Yeah.
I really
DJ,
don't
wasn't-
remember.
Wasn't he the DJ?
He was the DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I think Ice
That's
Cube was
why.
in it too. If I'm not mistaken.
How are you remembering all this?
I don't
watched
remember. Well, it's
Players
Players Club. Yeah, that's why.
My friend had a tape. We watched it a
I
lot.
remember seeing Players Club and being like, I'm not shaped like that. Okay. I'm going to need to be funny for the rest of my life. Okay, so which character did you all relate to the most? If you had to be a character in this, Best Man, the final chapters, who are you the most?
My handsomeness probably is Morris Chestnut.
Okay.
100%.
He's good
Easy.
275 as well.
He
2.75 inches.
He's a shorter
I didn't know
guy.
he was that short. I was so shocked.
is he little?
He's not tall at all.
No,
he's under
not.
6 foot.
He's
Well under.
No, when he was sitting in front of us
Tom
at
Cruise's
church one
height.
time, and I was shocked at how close his head was to the back of the chair.
Shut up.
No, not those. I just thought he was so much taller because he looks taller in the movie.
That's all of the men.
yeah.
movies.
Tay Diggs is short. All
Oh,
the
yeah.
Oh, Tay Diggs is a wee
Tay-
little baby.
well, Tay Diggs
and
looks
think
small
about
on
Tay
camera.
Diggs with Morris Chestnut in there. They looking eye to eye.
They are. Terrence Howard is taller than both of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
First of all, I'm gonna answer your question. The funniest scene in that doggone whole show was when Tay Diggs was
That's
arguing about
exactly.
that
We
thing.
have quoted
Keep
that
my
so
white man
out
on
your
the
mouth, mother.
mouth.
You cannot tell me they didn't break when
Oh,
they first
yeah.
did
Watched that several
Because
times.
Yeah.
at first he was like, true. The way she looked at him, he was like,
He was laughing.
I laughed out loud
So did
at
we.
that scene.
We rewound
I
it.
recorded it. I mean, what you press that
Rewound
button?
it.
Rewound it.
You
Tape.
said it.
I taped it, and I laughed so hard at
for a
that
second.
because Terrence
Everybody's
Howard was just—he regular black in there. You know when he's
Yeah.
talking in real life, he's like energy and
Yeah.
stuff. But when he around them people, he is a regular black dude.
He
Yeah.
knows how to be a regular black.
He's
man.
regular
He's
black
regular
as
black.
Quentin. But anyway,
Terrence,
unfortunately,
last thing. Terrence Howard's hair gives me the 5-year-old kid in daycare that gets kicked out all the time.
Oh.
For like biting and punching the kids
Uh huh.
and spitting.
Because there's no lineup.
No, I'd be like,
None.
Not Morris. Terrence, why do you have 5-year-old hair and you are grown?
He's like, you're gonna get this widow's peak. I'm
Listen.
not.
he will put a whole part. He can go into the
Oh, he
side, and
sure
it
did.
goes.
And it goes.
Yeah.
It'd be like, we're going over here. All right.
All right.
We'll be over. I know I could never.
I
My
know
hair
he
will
was
only
bad.
go front.
Only go front. Who was your character?
Oh, I was looking it up. I
Look
don't
it
know.
up. I
Tay
ain't
Diggs
watched
is
that
my
too long
character.
ago, girl.
You don't. I mean, the characters are the same as all the movies, so I know
don't
them.
remember the movie.
Tay Diggs is me. Unfortunately, I know.
Oh,
Outside of
man.
the almost cheating with Nia Long.
Oh, but your job always coming
Job
first.
thing. I was
Yeah.
just watching that like,
Not caring about your friends.
yes. Using my
He
friends.
said, "Yeah."
I was just like, I turned. I said, "Am I Tay Diggs?" She was like, "What?"
Oh, wouldn't even
But
thought that.
I definitely did. It was funny because he was like, Hollywood's calling, and I was just like, what?
Caring about the reviews.
Yeah.
I am Tay Diggs,
Yeah.
both in handsomeness
He,
and
yeah, he definitely 275.
but nah. Why him and Nia Long always bout to not bout to?
Because it's like it's how the whole show started. The whole not the whole show,
Oh, yeah.
but the original.
relationship. Yeah, the
But
original.
I thought didn't he sleep with Morris Day?
Yes.
Morris Day.
Okay. So in the book,
Morris Day.
in the book, he purposefully blurred the line of who Nia's character was and who what was Nia Long's Jordan. Who Jordan and
Michael B.
Mia
Jordan,
were. That's who he should have apologized to.
Who?
So Jordan, this from
Michael B.
HGT.
Jordan. Oh my God.
That then bled over. Don't do it because
Angela
it's too
Bassett's
much.
baby got in trouble for messing
know
with Michael
that.
B. Jordan. He didn't apologize to Jordan from the.
Oh, so everybody with the name.
Everybody with the
Michael.
name
Yeah.
Jordan
B.
or
Arthur.
Michael and the
I'm
letter
sorry.
B.
Yeah.
Yes.
Michelangelo too.
Michael.
Boom.
Sir, that's
the
Italian.
turtle
Turtle
and the
and
painter.
artist.
So dumb.
Turtle and the
Get
artist.
there with y'all.
See, man, yeah. It was from Here's the Thing, the podcast.
So Jordan and Mia, he blurred the lines when he wrote the book so that he didn't put it out there that he had slept with Mia, but everybody knew he blurred the lines. And then once Morris Chestnut's character figured it out, he was like, oh, you're actually talking about Mia right here, not Jordan, because we know you didn't sleep with Jordan.
Got it.
Boom. Okay. Moving on. Who are you?
I don't know. I'm going through and I'm thinking.
Also, while you're thinking, did Taye Diggs have something else to do for a little bit?
Well, he's on the All-American, so he can't be a series regular on two.
We were trying to figure that
two
out.
programs.
Me and Melissa was like,
I thought because he was on Stella Got a Groove Back, the reality show.
No,
I can't think of the name of it, but whatever the show.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name of it.
That was why.
That's what I'm assuming. Usually, I'm sure he's getting paid a nice grip of money because All-American is in its third season. He's a series regular on there. Typically, you have to get permission to do anything else. So they were probably like, you can recur on here, but you can't do all 8 episodes.
That caps how many episodes you can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got it.
We was asking each other, we were like, did he got a movie or something? Because it was like 4 or 5 episodes. He was just texting.
Yeah. It was It was 3. It was like 2 or 3. He was in 6. Everybody else was in 8.
He was directing the episode.
Yeah, I was like, he must be directing. And then I was like, oh, he's the only one on TV right now. None of the rest of them are series regulars on television at all.
Yep.
I don't know.
I want to say I am a combination of Terrence Howard's wife,
Shelby.
She
was my favorite character.
She was great. Shelby and then a combination of Shelby and Sanaa Lathan's character. I'm a little cross between. I'm a bit over the top like Shelby.
You? A bit.
Hush your mouth. It was so funny watching her do that the talk show and then being like, reel it back in. But she's like, but this is why you hired me to do this. Yeah, I got the other side too, but you hired me to do this. And watching her age out of being in the spotlight.
Looked at that girl. She was like,
Marcus said that you can see through the window. She didn't have to roll it up. There's no tint. There's no tint on the window.
Marcus, why would you point that out?
And it got even more clear. Why you roll the window up? Like, y'all couldn't get no rental with a tinted window. Like,
it don't hit the same when the windows are clear.
Not at all. It's like there is no privacy.
And then Sanaa's character of just chasing all these random dreams. Like, I could do this. They all kind of connect. They connect to food, but they're all over the place. I'm going to be a chef. Oh no, I'm going to have a meal delivery service. I'm going to feed the world with my food. I was like, there she is. There's that confusion.
Diggs told her, girl, you always doing something different. But she was like, listen, I connect with that too. Whatever I'm doing in the moment is the only thing I've ever wanted to do in my life.
Right.
Until I don't want to do it anymore. Then I never wanted to do it. And the next thing, now that's the thing. Boy, what I tell you. That part, I was like, I get that, Sanaa. It'd be hard to understand.
You were both characters married to yourself. We're moving to Kenya, L.A.
I know it got. Listen, I'm sorry to you, Liz. I apologize. Because I'd be like, this way, full steam ahead. Before you turn it, also go this way, full steam ahead. We ain't started this. That's dumb.
Through the anchor 300 miles that way and speeding in this direction. Just go jerk around eventually.
And I'm talking about I be fully into whatever I'm into until I ain't. And then I never thought it was a good. It's also dumb now. Why would you even think that?
That's silly. That's foolish.
This is the best movie ever.
Dogging something out like, you realize this was your idea.
I'll be dumb too. I'll be like, Kevin, you're an idiot. But if a movie been too hard, like I can't figure out the second act. Movies are dumb. 300 dates for stand-up comedy tour. You planned them? Why so many? I don't know. 260.
Never. Kevin be dumb, but in the same, I'm a genius. This is the new. She's like, yes, absolutely.
You got to know yourself.
Who are you?
I ain't no. I don't relate to nobody in this movie.
If you don't say you are Morris Chestnut and go to sleep, you are very, very certain about what is right and what is wrong, and anything else. is dumb.
That was what's funny about that. All the parents was it LJ or EJ?
LJ.
LJ, because his name's Lance.
Yeah.
Lance was they them. And everybody in the whole show was understood. They're like, surely your dad will get it. Boris was like, boy, wipe that stuff off you. I was like, oh, we can't do that no more. Morris Chestnut did not get the memo. Or Lance, wipe it off now and be regular.
Right.
LJ was like, I'm they. He was like, you ain't.
No,
You're my son.
No, that little
Terrence
Howard. He said, we need to understand them, who was also another.
Oh, now we got another pronoun in it. I was like, I truly felt like he was a perfect representative of people who are like either Gen X or adjacent to Gen X, us trying to fully understand and move forward in this whole movement of claiming your own pronoun. It is a lot of confusion and we're trying to figure it out, but we also not trying to be assholes, but it's just like, okay, so now what else is it? There's a they. And are we she and he? I was like, he was the perfect capsule of like, this is where a lot of us are.
Yeah. It's like, I accept everybody. I'll judge you, but I do accept you. It's like, yes. So come on, love you like everybody else.
SZA has a song where she
Now,
says, "Hate on me
I
with
will say
laughter."
this:
That's
Hate
it.
on me with laughter.
That's
Yes.
what I'll just hate on. Listen, here's my little trick. If you struggle with they or them, just call people by their name.
That's exactly what I
That's
do.
how because our children, they got some they them friends. I don't want no problem. What your name is? Whatever you want to call yourself. Your name
That's
Pot.
exactly.
Hey Pot. Pot, you all right?
I won't say what I said, but we was at a party recently, and one of the the what's it called? The list of letters, the
LGBT community.
And I didn't know what one of them meant. I was like, ain't that the same thing? Angel was like, no, it doesn't mean the same thing. I was like, oh, I thought that was in the term.
Oh yes,
Thought
and
that was
it
with
was.
y'all.
It was. We were playing a game called what is it called?
It's like taboo, but you don't have any rules of
Oh,
words that
that's,
you can't say. It's like the adult version. But they had stuff
I know
on
what you're
there.
talking about. I cannot
They
say
had
the
stuff
name.
on there that nobody knew what it was.
But not only that, they had a lot of stuff that is offensive, right?
Yeah.
Like they know is offensive currently, and it's just like you gonna get the people to say it. So Marcus is somebody. The girl looked at the card. She was like, I don't think we're allowed to say it. Marcus takes the card. He's like, we can't say it. I was like, no.
I was like, why?
He's like, why? And I was like, I was like, so this is what this part of the word means. This was. He was like, oh, and that's when he was like, that's not what that stands for in the letters. I said,
Read it real quick, Josh, because I want to know what he said.
Oh, okay.
But
People still learning this stuff.
I think
man.
the funny thing about it is the woman said
Yes.
we can't say that. You'd be like, whoa, why we can't?
Yes.
We can.
No,
I
but
was
we
like-
were all collectively didn't know what some of this stuff was. Like, this is I don't know if it's racial or what, but one of the cards said,
don't say it.
the lobster thing.
Yes. Oh, there's a term. I would have thought it's just the term for the back of a lobster, but no,
You
it was
don't even know what this is. Us either. We're looking at it. I'm like, what is this?
And the guy,
Somebody had to Google it.
they said no, it's a racial slur for British soldiers. It was a bunch of stuff that I was like,
a British shoulder like back then because they wore like red.
What is the name of this game?
I can't remember.
Or get canceled. If
That's
you
what
say
I said. Let's
can
go
video
back
it.
to taboo because that's
regular taboo knows you can play it freely.
Exactly. Okay, Melissa, did you figure out who you are yet?
I didn't. I
Let
think
Angel
I
figure it out.
am
Apparently she
a mix between.
Melissa, we ain't in there. This is
Child.
neither one of us.
I could be Nia Long, I could be Sanaa Lathan, I could be Regina King. It depends on the day.
I feel like it's either Nia or not Sanaa, Regina.
Regina King is the guy who tried to fill on her.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember her story though.
I mean, only because cinnamon exists in you.
Oh, she was
a
trying
stripper
to.
early in.
Yeah,
early
she
in.
was trying to.
Her eyebrows was real small. I didn't realize it.
So was Nia Long's. Nia's was.
They feel. I thought about y'all. I was like, them as victims right there.
Man, that's that era.
It's the 90s was terrible too.
Y'all was like, what if we had it barely enough?
That's exactly was the idea.
Yeah, you were like Regina Hall in reverse. Like, I feel like you're headed towards cinnamon. She's like, you know what? I am Candy. Let me.
Regina Hall's wig, though.
Terrible. It pissed me off.
What they doing?
I said they done got this.
Oh my
What was going on?
It was the worst wig I've ever seen. And then they kept doing the pullback because that's all you can do with those wigs is pull back the sides. I was like, stop it. Stop it.
Regina King is so pretty, and that wig was just like
I want to be the program.
Yes, I couldn't stand it. I was so angry.
It was like the only way people are going to take you seriously as a person that likes academia is if we put a terrible wig on you.
Oh, it was so terrible.
But every scene, Angel was like, now Nia's hair.
Oh, Nia Long's hair was delicious.
Nia Long is delicious.
Yes. Clothing, everything.
Everything about her is just.
You think so, huh? Interesting.
Brown beauty from the 90s.
We met Nia Long.
She was at the thing me and Mel went to.
I know. The Ebony Power?
Yes, and Mel was acting a donkey. Leave him, Nia.
Oh,
I was like, girl, if you don't shut
Mel
up.
can't go as your plus one no more.
You have to shut up.
It gets
We met
no
her
bar.
at the NAACP something.
Yeah. It'd be a good time.
She was very warm.
Oh,
You're right.
amazing.
It is Regina Hall.
Somebody, what we say, Regina King?
I always do that.
Yeah,
no.
me too.
Somebody
Somebody compliment me on the elevator on my cologne.
Which one you got
Hey.
on? Grand Soir?
Grand Soir. She
That
said, you
shows-
smell amazing. I said, my wife bought this for me.
And you better say it just like that every time. Make sure you say it.
Have me. But it was good because I don't really get compliments on my smell.
Very good.
People tell me I'm musty from time to time.
We got one more ad.
Yeah, we do. We got one more
What
ad.
y'all want to do? Talk about pickup sticks?
Man,
Oh, so what
we're gonna talk about is how fire the Woman King is. Why ain't nobody talking about this
I haven't
movie?
seen it.
I talked about it.
Oh.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You ain't seen it, Liz? No. Get out of here.
I saw it by myself.
What did y'all think of what? No, wait a minute. Before we change, I want to know what y'all thought about what's her face trying to move the girl to Africa.
She didn't need to do that.
Okay, so
That was a big
I
much.
never said this out loud. We have any more ads?
Yeah, we got one more.
Okay. I thought she I didn't like it. As a father, trying to be Tay Diggs was a lot of things wrong.
Yeah.
But he wasn't a 12-hour flight from his daughter wrong.
Is that it? It's longer than that.
Well, from New York,
It's only
is it
12.
12 hours?
We don't know.
Tell
So
us.
I've never been to Accra. Oh, you mean no? I don't know how long it is.
Oh, okay, we just assume
I
you've
assume
been
it's-
everywhere.
I haven't been to Accra.
Someplace you haven't been. I'm gonna go there just so I can throw it in your face.
My friend, everybody went to Afrochella in Ghana. Did y'all see a lot of
But
people?
the closest
No, I didn't.
Yeah, but everybody. Toby was there.
There,
Who?
okay.
Did he?
Congrats to him. I just can't believe that they had the women defending her choice.
You were surprised?
Yeah, when they were like Melissa, when Shelby was like, she's
10-hour flight.
don't do the mothers.
New York.
That's not that bad.
That's not bad. I thought it'd be longer.
New York is.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, New York is 6 from us.
Okay, so
16 hours
16
from us. You just take off the 6, and New York be having all them nonstops to everywhere.
everywhere. They like, you
I'm
want to
sure
get
they
there,
go
we're
to
gonna
Ghana
take you.
straight up. Yeah, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
The fact that Shelby was like, she's the mom, she's always gonna have the best interest. Regina Hall's husband being like, yeah, no, you don't want to do this. Don't fight her. Let her have it. I was like, what is this?
That's merch, right?
Yeah,
Or
merch.
Murph?
Yeah, merch.
Merch.
He had a good point, right? That it's gonna get uglier than you think.
Right.
But I think you could. There's
relative.
nobody right in that thing, but deciding unilaterally that you're gonna take the baby to Ghana because that's your dream. She was like surprised that he was even mad about that.
What I don't get is this ain't been something that's talked about frequently in the entire relationship.
Her
This
moving to
came up-
Ghana.
yeah.
It came because did she meet the lady was from Ghana?
No, the
No,
dude
the
that she
dude.
was flirting with.
The dude,
What if you got Ja?
Yeah.
This was a thought that she had
Wait, he was
last
from
month.
Ghana?
But she was like, hello.
Yeah, this is a thought she had from last.
And he was like, hello, fresh. So I'm going to let you talk your point.
No, go ahead.
Because I got to get it
I'm
out.
trying to get in because y'all gonna turn it into here's the thing.
No,
I was just
I'm
trying to get my words in.
I'm not. With HelloFresh, you get fresh farm fresh pre-portioned ingredients, seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. You got New Year's goals, and HelloFresh is here to help you achieve them. Skip the grocery store and take control of your time and budget with delicious recipes delivered right to your door. Looking for an easy way to eat well and save money this year? Cut back on expensive takeout and delivery. Get started with HelloFresh. You'll love how fast, easy, and affordable it is to whip up a restaurant-quality meal right in your own kitchen. I tried to tell y'all multiple times in 2022, and I'm going to tell y'all again in 2023. The Tanksleys, we mess with HelloFresh. We go together real bad. We actually love the meals. They're easy to cook. And a lot of times I'll be tired at the end of the day. The only way I'm going to cook a meal for my family is if it's with HelloFresh, because I can actually just follow the recipe. I don't have to be creative because they did all the creativity for me, because I pour all of my creativity out in my job, and the kids love it. And they're also able to help me. Even Amar, the 3-year-old, helps me cook HelloFresh. So go to HelloFresh.com/TBTB21.
TB2021.
And use code TBTB21
TB21
for free meals plus free shipping. Again, go to HelloFresh.com/TBTB21.
TBTB21.
And use code TBTB21
TBTB21
for 21 free meals plus free shipping. It's HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. Okay, go ahead.
I was trying to go back through the character so I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's like this ain't something like he's had a dream of wanting to be in the whatever the magazine or whatever he was trying to do.
Oh, not Nobel.
Pulitzer?
Pulitzer.
Yeah,
Prize.
Pulitzer. That's what he's been working for.
Which I'm gonna say.
Yeah. That's all he's been working for. She had a thought last week. Just like all her other dream stuff. She had a thought last week, oh, I'm gonna move to Ghana and all of a sudden you're gonna take the baby. No. Yeah, I've been trash. But you gonna move to a whole nother country, change your citizenship, and take my child? She was dead wrong for that. I ain't saying he was right, but
No.
this was like a last minute. Like, hold on, this seems like to me you just being vindictive.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's gonna get real ugly. I'm gonna fight you tooth and nail.
Yeah. No, and it actually wouldn't have got that ugly. I'm gonna tell you what, ain't no state in the United States that's going to let you take your child out of the country at a divorce unless both parents agree with it.
Right.
But wasn't it set up that she was going to do it, then he had to challenge it or something like that?
No, he was going to give her primary custody.
Okay.
So the girl
in
was
the United States.
Yes, and that's what he said. I thought you were going to be living down the block. So that's one thing. But when someone is divorcing, the court system tries not to disrupt the child's life. So whatever that is, listen, I've had friends that tried to move their kids out of California, and their attorneys have been like, hey, you want to lose a battle, try to do it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, because the thing is, it's not a necessity. It's not a necessity for you to move. It is a
The girl was
desire.
a free spirit. And she gave the food to the homeless guy.
New York is the best place to feed homeless people.
Yeah.
They've got plenty of them.
Yeah. Ain't more people homeless than in New York and California. You can stay right here in the States.
And no, because unless one of the parents is extremely unfit, there's no way. So I was just shocked. I was shocked that the friends were all like, just let her have him. Let her have the girl.
Well, Jordan wasn't. Wasn't she wasn't she defending Tay Diggs? Because they all got into an argument.
They did at the end. I don't remember.
Terrence Howard agreed with him because that's the scene where he said, keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Yep.
Shelby was like, you tripping. Regina Hall was on Sanaa Lathan's side.
Yeah.
And I think Jordan was on Tay Diggs' side. And Merch was like, I told you this would get ugly.
Why
So it's like 3-on-3, basically, because Terrence Howard was quietly agreeing. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Jordan was like on her side too.
Why was Harper writing about? Well, I don't understand why he couldn't just shut his mouth about the stuff that he was doing wrong. He was like, let me write about it. He was like, in an uncontrollable night of passion to discover what was and what could never be. I was like,
Let me leave that tab. But ain't nobody
wild for going to her house after that.
page. Yeah.
After that party,
That's inviting regret. That's
well,
that's
the thing
exactly
is,
what
it
you
looked like he learned his lesson when he was like, I gotta leave the premiere and go to support my wife at the community event.
Yeah, he was on the up and up.
He was like, I did
was
something
kinda weird
good. Let me go 1,000 miles in the opposite direction and
even
spend
this
the
out.
night.
Yeah.
And then he answered Nia Long's phone. That's why you shouldn't be doing wrong. Because you do it wrong. I'm like, why would you do that anyway?
Right.
She's like, that's my phone. I'm at your house at 2 a.m. Ain't nothing open there but Waffle House and legs.
And legs. And then the reason why Sanaa figured it out, he wrote about it.
Yeah.
He wrote it. She looked at the book.
Read about it. Yeah.
In his
wrote
diary?
about it again.
Oh, in his like transcript to write on the book.
Invasioned his privacy though, which is wrong. She shouldn't have did that.
No, hell no. He was wrong all the way around.
He was all the way wrong.
That you talk about.
I thought she figured it out on her own accord.
No, she was like on her way out the doors.
Yeah,
It was
right about the
in
door.
passing, and it was
And she just happened to pick
it was
up,
his
look
new
at
manuscript.
Ah, yeah.
Because he was writing
that's
another
where he
book.
wrote, will they, won't they? Will they or won't they?
Yes,
He
they
wrote that down.
they were tangled up in trying to figure out if it was something that they were supposed. I was like, you talk about light somebody on fire.
I've
been like-
Marcus go to your mutual friend's house at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Let me tell you, this is
Will
why
they or won't they?
that's already an issue.
yeah.
But light him on fire. The fact that you have the audacity
loves
to
to
think you
throw people
going
on fire.
come on to think you gonna write about it creatively in my face.
Yeah.
creative.
You gonna make money off of this.
Oh,
You gonna
absolutely
get
not.
accolades off of this?
The sequel's finna be fire.
Exactly.
He did it.
Yeah, he did.
And then was doing it.
I
They
said,
kissed again.
Their whole like relationship is so interesting to me because it's this like sexual tension that's obviously carried over the course of the
Yeah.
last few years,
Been
and
20
then
years.
and then for them to now be free and clear to like, okay, let's try this for real, and then they decided not to, but y'all were willing to sacrifice everything.
yeah.
Now,
Just
when
a
I
few
tell
weeks
you,
ago?
she was like, I can't be your soft place to land. I said, what? You was his soft place to land 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
When he was
Exactly.
fully in the mirror.
Yeah.
Now that he can, you can't.
Yeah,
Right.
that
now
was
you got the standards? Because I for sure thought,
they were going to be together.
I definitely
she was
thought.
like, maybe in the future, like this afternoon or evening. I was like,
nah, that made no
I
sense.
literally looked at the computer like, now,
Like you are 50% of the problem. Now you're no longer a problem.
like, what's the point of all the secrecy? Sometimes it's fun when it's a secret. Then when you can have it,
Right.
it ain't no
It's
fun
like,
no more.
I don't know.
Also, I think part of the problem is with their relationship, Tay Diggs and not Nia Long, Sanaa Lathan's, is her taking a back seat so much in his thing. Like she did that for so long. And it's just like he's a freight train rolling downhill, and then you try to stop this momentum.
Right,
You should have
right.
derailed that a long time ago. Speak up.
Yeah, she was like, I can't. It was
She said I
weird.
didn't want to nag him in the therapy.
Yes,
She was trying to go to therapy. She said, ain't no more better help for this.
ain't none.
Ain't no-
None.
no.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
at
want the
that point,
code.
she's
I don't
fed
want
up.
the
It's
code.
curtains.
I don't want that TBTB.
Like she can't come back.
She gone.
Yeah.
Once she read that paperwork.
It was paperwork.
The paperwork.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, nigga, you done had
I mean,
will they, won't they?"
even if
Yeah.
even if that wasn't the thing, even if he wasn't, if him and Sanaa wasn't a thing, not Sanaa, what's her name? Nia Long.
Uh-huh.
I'm doing a real
Virginia
name because
King.
I don't know these.
I'd be
names.
forgetting their names too.
It was Angela Bassett.
His behavior of wanting, if that so much with all the drive that he has, and her not speaking up loud enough, it would have ended him regardless.
It seemed like they were on like the up and up though. I as a viewer, as we were watching it, I did feel a little bit like I got whiplash because it felt like they were on the up and up. Then this happened and then they were divorced. And I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah.
Like, where's this kind of going? I understand now they were trying to wrap it up to this point, but it did feel a little bit like out of nowhere because I really thought things were going well. And
Yeah.
And
then
then
it
time
wasn't.
didn't even pass.
It didn't seem like a
Nah,
heck
it
of a
was the
lot.
same-
She just threw. She
That was
was
the same
through.
day.
No,
It was.
the way
No,
they
it was
kept
the same.
doing a lot of chime jumps, and if you missed the montages, you were like, "Wait a minute,
Oh,
what
there was a
just
time
happened?"
jump there?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Because she actually did the whole summer in Ghana.
right.
I missed that whole
Had the
thing.
baby there.
They did the, that's
He
how
didn't
she
go
got
in
the
all
whole.
That'd be the thing. I'm gonna take her to Ghana, every 3 months. Cool. Nah, we moving.
Because he didn't give her that restaurant that the handsome man told her about.
Right.
The day of.
Right. Which her whole part of that didn't even
It didn't make sense.
come. Yeah. I don't know. That their thing, it felt a
That was a
little
will
choppy
they,
for
won't
me.
they?
Hers was the original.
Yeah.
And it
the
didn't
heater
even
was
come
broke
out
all the time, and then it came back and it was fixed, and I was like, I thought that was gonna be more of a thing.
It was. There was a lot of like, oh, is that? And it was like, like the fact that we never really got to dive deep into the fact that Shelby hid the fact that he was the dad. It was just like, it's your daughter. We got to unpack this.
What? Yeah.
We need to unpack this.
He entered that baby's life when she was young, but then she kept calling him by his name, which I thought was weird because yes.
Then she called him dad when he fake died.
And I enjoyed the evolution of their relationship.
Oh, so did I. So did I.
Yeah, it was so like toxic at first and just like, girl,
Wait, Shelby and him or the baby?
Yes, Shelby and him.
Oh, okay.
He got a little cuckoo a little bit when he had that heart attack or whatever, but he came back around.
That was also abrupt.
Of the wedding, one wedding to another wedding.
And then he had the heart attack and he was like, and you been tripping? I was like, what?
Yeah.
What she do?
That's what I'm saying. He went off on her too quick. It was too much too soon.
I just didn't like how far that robe was sitting down his back.
Oh, he was like, what the hell does he have on? Marcus was so messed up with his clothes.
Frustrated about it.
It's hilarious.
You don't feel that air hitting your spine?
He was like,
I
what is
also
this?
like the dad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go
The
ahead.
storyline I did really enjoy was the aging father and like trying to work through that. And he's dealing with loss and stuff. That's what I liked about the show is like, they're not quite our parents' age, but they're just a little bit older than us. They're like 52 to 55. And
that's my parents' age. No, they're not. They're older than that. Okay, keep on.
Yeah.
Angel don't know her mom's age either.
Now I kept saying 62. She's 72.
He's not that close to our parents, is he?
I don't know how old
In real life,
Bruce
how old is Morris?
I don't even know if he's 50 yet. Is it hit? All of them are hitting 50.
They're about to be hitting 50.
Yeah.
None of them are
54.
What? 54?
Oh, he
just
looks
has
great.
54.
He's 3 years younger than my mom.
Mm-hmm.
You got a
First
young
of all,
mom.
These women have aged beautifully.
Oh, they
How old is
all
Neil
look
Long?
good.
I mean,
she 51, 52.
Sanaya's 51. Where
This
you
is
at,
also
girl?
the world's best looking group of black.
They really are.
Yeah.
Like, the women
Neil
have
Long
aged
is
so
52.
beautifully. Like,
Yeah, they all 50 to 55.
they came in with a little bit of age on them. I was
you're
like, girl,
right.
you even sexier.
How old is Regina?
Oh, yeah.
No, she's
Sanaa
50.
look great.
Her birthday just happened.
52.
On Instagram.
It did in December.
Sanaa, a little thick snicker.
That's
She look great.
Yeah,
she looks great.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
But I like that. I can't remember outside of The Best Man stories of that age group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because living single, I think they were 30s.
Yeah, I
we
think
were
so
just
too.
young.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they were like late 20s, early 30s, early 30s.
Same as Arlo's, like Martin. The same
Every
way,
show
yeah.
they were
It's
like,
the only real reason why I'm a little bit sad that it is a limited series because there were a lot of things that could have been explored.
yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Over.
If the final chapters
No,
weren't one season,
No, it
Yeah.
felt rushed. Like
It felt
even
rushed.
the
did.
whole 8 episodes, it felt like they were rushing the
Yeah,
timeline.
I think that's why some of it did feel a little bit whiplashy to me because they were trying to make a point. You know,
Yeah.
you got to get somewhere, you got to get to it quickly, but you don't have time to sit in what is causing the reaction. And so
Yeah.
it felt, some of it, I was like, oh, I just wish we could spend a little bit more time on
you
it.
got like 8 character stories to tell.
Right.
'Cause Merch was the UFC fighter or
He did.
MMA.
fighter for, and I was like, and then he was good.
He was
Yeah.
really good.
All that pent up softness he had.
Yeah, I
It was
like,
a
you
lot
like
to cover.
MMA.
Yeah,
We
and how
have
you,
it.
yeah, you can. That's the one thing you can't hide from your wife. Like if you doing, even if
coming
you,
up with black
even if
eyes.
you training, you gonna get body bruises like crazy.
Yeah, because when I was doing MMA,
Shut
it was
up.
on video games. So
I will say the acting was
Phenomenal.
superb.
I don't think it started off. Merch, that first scene that he was at, I was like, oh, what is happening? And then it's like it felt like that was the first scene, and he was still warming up.
Oh,
That's how I feel like a lot of. Then it's like a quarter of the way through the first episode, I was like, all right, now we here.
Nia Long's dialogue work, Tay Diggs' dialogue work, the way they finesse the words on the page to make it sound like their brain thought of it. I was like, and then emotion. We going here? All right, we sitting in therapy. I'm crying. Tears now. I was like, I don't care about none of these white folk y'all keep hiring. These Negroes can act.
It was
top to bottom.
There was a good. That's why I think that property, like The Best Man property, keeps coming up.
Yeah.
Because they're one, beautiful people.
Yes, they
men
are.
and women. They are talented actors and actresses. They're just magnetic.
And
I was all
we
in.
never get an opportunity. I said this in a little video, but we never get an opportunity to really follow characters that we fall in love with, technically speaking, from college, where like all of the drama started,
Yeah.
all the way through like life.
Yeah.
You know, we got to see death. We got to see your kids grow up. We got to see relationships and friendships kind of fizzle out. Like we got to see that all, and that's really real life.
Yeah.
And so to see that in characters over the course of like 20 years as we've grown up as well, it's just really special for an audience.
It is.
I think a lot of
As a
people can
fan of
relate
the
also.
property.
I agree.
I think a lot of people can relate also because it's that's how you grow up with people.
Yes.
You literally grow up through all those phases, and it's relatable because this is like I got them same relationships with people.
Right,
People
exactly.
owning their own businesses now, where we used to be playing kickball in the front yard.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's the truth. And then their chemistry.
Yes.
That's the other great. As we know, this is the reason why the Bald and the Beautiful exists. It's because of chemistry.
Yeah.
So to see that on TV,
bloopers
you
were
know
great.
that there's like stuff that they brought to life that was never on page, just because
1000%.
of how they ping pong off of each other. It was, while I agree with you, there was a lot of whiplash. I was willing to get whiplash for this. We thoroughly enjoyed watching it over the break. All right, guys. Well, we'll be back next week for another installment of The Bald and the Beautiful, so make sure you come back. So Happy New Year, and we'll see you next time.
You have a good one.
Bye, 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 bye.